This is the website that I use, TPN, to check the people who are going to live in my brother's properties. As property holders, it's your responsibility to do the necessary checks and background checks on the people that are going to live in your property. I'm going to explain something to you about property and how it works in South Africa. You probably know this or you don't. But if you do, this will probably be a learning curve for others. It's very difficult these days to rent out a property to a Nigerian and a South African couple, mainly because South African women usually are the only ones whom we check. Property owners want to check the people that are gonna live in their properties, and that is something that is not going to happen with Nigerian men or any foreigner for that matter, because most of the time they don't have their papers, so they rely on their South African partner to do everything, so that they can be allowed through. So we access this and we are aware of this. So this is the website that I use, TPN, to check the people who are going to live in my brother's properties. As property holders, it's your responsibility to do the necessary checks and background checks on the people that are going to live in your property, because the minute they enter your property, it's going to be difficult for them to leave. And it's also going to be very costly on your part to get them removed on your property. So my brother will literally have my head if I put a Nigerian man and a South African woman in his property, because he knows how they operate and I also know how they operate. There are 6 types of businesses that Nigerian men usually do. That is car dealing, saloon, news cafe, church, crypto or forex trading, the food business as well. None of those businesses most of the time are registered, or they themselves have necessary papers to show that these papers are registered, or they are allowed to even stay here. Most of the papers that they have, when they submit them, they are expired, so you need to update them. So why aren't you updating them? And when they cannot pay rent, it's another problem in itself. So yeah, I don't want foreigners in those properties, mainly because I need people that I can verify and check. I need to know who you are. I need to know the type of person who's going to be living in that property. I need to know your background. I need to know everything that is to know about you. And if I cannot access that system, then you cannot access that property. Simple as ABC. And that's what most white people use. So I learned that system from white people. So if you're desperate for money and you allow tenants like that to enter your property, you're gonna have problems. And also, let's not forget, these girls end up having a negative review on their names because they allow their foreign partners to do whatever they want with them. So yeah, things Nigerian men that they do is tell property owners that they will pay them the whole year in advance or half the month in advance, and then they'll pay the rest of the balance. That is a red flag in itself, because when they do that, you stop all necessary background checks. You don't check them at all. You run straight to the cash without knowing the type of person that is living in your apartment. And even when they give you papers, it's not papers of them, it's papers of somebody else. So it's a problem. So that property owner is also going to get into trouble, because how do you allow such in such your property?